clash between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso the night before Survivor Series War Games is a high-stakes battle that promises to shake the very foundation of the Bloodline saga. With Jacob Fatu representing Solo Sikoa's renegade faction and Jey Uso standing with the original Bloodline under Roman Reigns, this match isn't just about supremacy, it's about family betrayal, power and survival. Here's why Jey Uso is likely to lose to Jacob Fatu in this critical encounter. 1. Jacob Fatu's dominance to bolster the solo-led faction. Jacob Fatu is a powerhouse, and aligning him with Solo Sikoa's faction signals a new era of rebellion against Roman Reigns' oppressive leadership. For this splinter group to be perceived as a legitimate threat to the OG bloodline, they need a statement victory. And defeating Jey Uso, one of Roman's closest allies, would send a clear message. A loss for Jey would elevate Solo's faction as credible opponents heading into War Games. 2. Undermining Roman Reigns' leadership, Jey Uso losing to Jacob Fatu would expose cracks in Roman's dominance over his family. Roman thrives on controlling the narrative and ensuring his loyalists emerge victorious. Jacob's win would be a symbolic victory for Solo's faction, showing that Roman's grip on his family is weakening. This could fuel even more tension within the bloodline heading into Survivor Series, where the stakes are even higher. 3rd, pre-War Games momentum for Solo's team. War Games is about momentum, and Jacob Fatu securing a win on the eve of the big match gives Solo's faction the psychological edge. A victory here puts doubt in the minds of the OG bloodline, potentially setting them up for more dissension during the War Games match. Jey Uso, being one of Roman's most trusted soldiers, losing before such a high-profile event would rattle the confidence of Roman's team. 4. Jacob Fatu's power and style. Outmatching Jey. Jacob Fatu is an unstoppable force, combining brute strength and agility in ways that make him a nightmare for opponents. While Jey Uso has heart and resilience, Jacob's sheer dominance could prove too much. This physical disparity would play into the story that Jey, though determined, is outmatched without Roman's direct intervention. A subtle nod to how much Jey still relies on the tribal chief's protection. 5. Furthering Jey's emotional struggle. Jey Uso's arc has always been tied to his emotional struggles with loyalty, family and identity. A loss to Jacob Fatu would deepen his inner turmoil, especially with the pressure of representing Roman's bloodline against Solo's faction. This defeat could plant seeds of doubt in Jey's mind, possibly even making him question his role in the bloodline moving forward. 6. Setting up Jacob Fatu as a major threat. If Jacob Fatu is being positioned as a long-term player in the Bloodline saga, a decisive win over Jey Uso solidifies him as a top-tier threat. This victory could hint at future battles not just within the Bloodline factions, but also with Roman Reigns himself. Jacob's dominance would add a layer of unpredictability to War Games, as the OG Bloodline would have to account for his ferocity. 7. Tension. Heading into Survivor Series. The timing of this match just a day before War Games makes the stakes even higher. Jey Uso losing would leave the OG bloodline scrambling for answers and add drama to the Survivor Series match. Roman's fury at Jey's loss could lead to even more infighting, giving Solo's faction a psychological advantage. Final thoughts. The Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso match is more than just a fight. It's a precursor to the ultimate war at Survivor Series War Games. Jey's potential loss would serve as a turning point in the Bloodline storyline, showcasing Jacob Fatu as an unstoppable force while adding layers of tension and doubt within the OG Bloodline. Heading into War Games, this loss could set the stage for one of the most dramatic and unpredictable chapters in the Samoan dynasty saga. The battlefield is ready, and this showdown is just the beginning of a family war for the ages.